leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer? The trick of the lips, play ball. Play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Tonight on Laughter Saves Lives Live, we welcome Laughter Saves Lives Live superfans Tara Ann Wenner and EMT and firefighter Kevin King. Next up, Deputy Chief John Gargagliano of the Hackensack Fire Department. We close the show with some laughs with Ventriloquist Dr. Bob Baker. Laughter Saves Lives Live is brought to you by the law firm of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. And now, your hosts, Les Degen and John Larocchia.
Hey, we're back. Hello. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives. Live. Les, we gotta go together. Live here at Strong Island Television Paradise Studios in beautiful Massapequa, New York, right by the Long Island Railroad Station Chinese restaurant. There's a pizzeria right on the corner. All Tonight, right. Filling in for Rich Walker. We had a hard time finding someone to fill in for Rich. Les Degen.
There we go.
There's not many people who could fill in for Rich.
There you go. He tried 15 people. I was the 15th person.
16.
I was able to do it.
16. Richie just sits here like this and does this a lot. So you got to do this, Les, to make me feel. He's very ADD, Richie. So try to do that for us tonight. So it's nice to be here. Busy week. I got my new sneakers for my step competitions.
Well, PF Flyers,
new sneakers. I already put 10,000 steps on them. Bought them in Dick's. Can I say that? Can I say I bought them in Dick's sporting goods store over there in the mall? You like to go to the mall?
I love going to the mall.
I did some mall walking.
I do a lot of walking there, but I don't count my steps.
No.
You
don't count your steps? You don't count? No, because you do such a workout.
It's between. See, with me, it's between me and the steps.
Okay. I like when you see you're good. So far, you're feeling the Rich well. No laughs. So let me ask you this question about the shower. Can I ask you about your personal in the shower?
I'm here for you.
All right.
Wait, if Rich were here, would you be asking him?
Oh, without a doubt.
In that case, no.
Without a doubt.
No, you can. Okay.
I was thinking about this when I was in the shower the other day because depending on my mood when I'm in the shower, I use different streams. All right?
Well,
no, I don't create a stream. I use
that I don't do in the shower.
No, here's what I'm getting at. First of all, I built the shower down my basement years ago that has the shower head and then 3 jets. You know the jets?
So wait a second. Italians also have a shower in the basement?
I thought
it was just a refrigerator.
Just the kitchen? No. We have a shower. We have the shower head. Then I have 3 jets. One for the chest, one for the stomach, and one for all things good and evil, right? So I'm thinking about this in the shower the other day, and sometimes I let the thick come down like when I'm in a certain mood. Then other times it's spray.
Right.
Then other times I use all the jets. It depends on my mood. Do you change up your spray, or is it all just the same?
No, but I do when I'm watering the flowers in the backyard. The hose has 3 different sprays.
Similar.
But I don't do it in the shower.
All right, well, I wrote that down to start off the night. Maybe we create some funny. Let's move on. We did not. So,
actually, I do.
You do change it up.
Actually, but you know what I do? What I'll do is I'll put the big pulser because that is nice. The regular stream is to just cleanse and clean all the schwitz from the day before. But the pulsating is...
So you actually change it up during the same shower?
No, I have a remote control and it just... Of course I change it in the shower.
All right. No, what I mean is I take showers fully. This topic is done. Could you throw up those pictures now? I saw the Blue Angels.
In other words, we're moving on.
Oh, we're definitely
moving on. Did you like that segue? The Blue Angels!
I saw the Blue Angels the other day. by accident. I was there Thursday, which is the day before the actual practice. The Goose wanted to see them. My grandson, who's on the show a lot, Vincent Frank Baccigalupskun Larocchia III, he wanted to see the Blue Angels, so said, let me go back on Friday. They canceled. We went to the airport. This picture, we were in Chipotle's, or as I call it, Chipotletti's, and I see this guy walk in with a Blue Angels jumpsuit. Now, the airport's right there.
Right.
I go, oh, my God, it's one of the Blue Angels. So I go over to him. I go, bro, are you one of the Blue Angels? He goes, well, no, I'm one of the mechanics. I travel with them. I said, good enough. Would you take a picture of my grandson?
Yeah.
Grandson was shy. He didn't want to take it. Then he sees a beat-up Saturn in the parking lot, and he's so into Saturns, he wanted to take a picture in front of this piece of crap. Look at this old look. Look at the car. Look at the screen. He was so excited to take a picture in front of this 2005 Saturn. It was cracking me up. So that was the Blue Angels. I can't believe how low.
Well, he likes hanging out with old things.
Old things. Yes. Oh, I get it.
Okay.
I can't believe how low those planes fly, though. I was walking on the boardwalk. I saw the color of his eyes. That's how low that plane came.
Right.
It was amazing. I've never seen them that close. We did a Knights of Columbus show on Thursday night.
We did. That was a fun show.
What was the highlight of the night for you?
Can I say that on the air?
Yes.
Okay. My biggest laugh of the night.
Oh, that. Yeah, you could say that.
Can I say that?
The funny part of the show was it was Catholic in front of the cross, and I forgot to say, hey, guys, don't use the F-bomb. And I think every one of you used it 5 times.
Right, exactly.
It was amazing. I'm sitting there going, I forgot to say. But the audience loved you.
Right. So anyway, during my act, I talk about that I'm Jewish, and I noticed
who could tell?
Who could tell? And I noticed when I walked in that there was it's a Knights of Columbus Hall, that right over the Laughter Saves Lives banner is a crucifix. So Jesus is up there. So I said,
right over the laughing fire hydrant.
So I said, I'm very proud to be Jewish. Do we have any other Hebes in the house? And nobody raised their hand. Dead silence. I looked up at the cross and I said, well, look like it's just you and me, buddy. Oh, cricket.
We got to sound good, Joe. That was
Very
perfect,
good.
Bobby.
I like
that. That was perfect.
He set me up. I didn't know that was
I didn't know. No, I didn't know.
That was Bobby?
Yeah, that was Bobby. Oh. Bobby has a little wit there. You kidding?
Wow.
He's never done that to me, though.
It was a fun show.
It was a fun show. They really enjoyed it.
It was a good crowd.
We're going to do something bigger and better. We have a few shows coming up. I don't think we have flyers prepared for some of these. But we are going in September to Kent, Ohio, right across from where the famous shooting was at Kent State University. We're going to bring laughs with it once with tears. The charity, I can't remember what the charity is. It's going to be a great time. I think I'm bringing the Dario with me. Right. I think, depending on the airfare. I think I'm flying Delta first class. The Dario's flying JetBlue. Yeah. So that's that. Hey, what's doing, Patrick? And then we're going to be going to Florida to do with command counseling. We're going to raise some money for some mental health charities for cops, firemen. And we're going to be going to California sometime next year. Hello, Elizabeth, Palm Springs and LA area. That's going to be great. So that's some of the big tours we're working on.
Right.
And then we get our normal shows like this weekend. Dominicos, we're going to be there with the Bellamore Fire Ladies Auxiliary. It's going to be a good time. Good time. And then we're at Kitty Mulligan's on Friday.
Kitty Mulligan's on Friday.
It's a little show out there, out east. Come on out. If you want a free ticket, let me know. Send me a private message, and then I'll charge the next person double. Went to this is going good.
This is going great. I could tell the Jesus story again.
Yeah. Can we have the crickets again? I went to Shannon's wedding this week. Oh. Jack Clooney's, if you know comic Jack Clooney.
Yes, of course.
His parents are the cousin of the bride. Now, Jack wasn't there, but his father came up to me and go, I was just talking to your favorite comic. Who are you, Jack? Oh, I forgot. And I kept sending Jack messages how drunk his mother was. I'm like, she just gave me the finger, Jack. He goes, as long as my dad doesn't take off his shoes, they're off, Jack. So it was funny. We were going back and forth. And then he went to the big Ranger game the next night.
Oh.
And Rangers.
Actually, they're playing as we speak now.
That's right, the first game.
That's right, but you can wait 50 minutes.
Yeah, you can wait.
Don't leave us. Or you
can watch us next Wednesday at 7.
That's right.
You can do that. Am I allowed to say that?
Bobby, can you get a Rangers score? What's happening?
Not a Rangers score. Next week at 7, we're on a repeat. So if you miss us this week, I mean, you're not going to watch it again. You're watching it now. You're going to watch it at 7. Gotham Comedy Club.
That's going to be great in the fall.
Looks like in the fall we're going to be back to the big club in Manhattan raising money for Laughter Saves Lives.
Laughter Saves Lives.
And we're going to write a check that night to General Needs, who supply basic needs to homeless and needy veterans. One of the charities. I don't know why. I'm just really into this charity. We're sending them checks every few months. We send them another check. And Lonnie writes to me, keep sending the money, but stay away from the events. You scare people. So, that's it.
By the way, you're all wondering, and yes, you're right. We did rehearse all this. This is all pre-scripted.
It's a well-oiled machine.
Everything you're seeing, we've gone over time. We have fine-tuned this.
You know, usually we're like another 10 minutes into the show because Butch came on 4 times. But Butch isn't with us tonight. Butch is resting. He's doing okay. He's resting. So he asked me, he said, listen, do you mind if I don't come on the show tonight? And before it came out of his mind, I said, sure. Out of his mouth, I said, sure. Not a problem. No, we love Butch. We love Butch. So let's go to our first commercial, and we'll be back with our super friends from Jersey, Tara and Kevin.
All right.
I hope they're going to say they're fans still.
"9/11 didn't end on 9/11. 500,000 people were exposed to the World Trade Center toxins and are still at risk today. 68 cancers have been linked, including skin cancers, prostate cancer, breast cancer, blood cancers, and many respiratory illnesses. Fortunately, all victims qualify for free health care, and more than $10 billion is available from the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund.
I was a paralegal just 2 blocks from Ground Zero. I had skin cancer and lymphoma.
I worked at Goldman Sachs. I had kidney cancer and respiratory illnesses.
I was a downtown teacher. I had breast cancer. I qualify.
I qualify.
I qualify.
If you were downtown anytime on or after 9/11, call Barasch and McGarry, the lawyers for the 9/11 community. Call today. No law firm has recovered more money, with over $2 billion awarded to 9/11 victims. If you worked, lived, or went to school in the exposure zone on or after 9/11, call Barasch and McGarry today.
My father worked downtown. He died of bladder cancer.
I ran from Gateway Plaza in a cloud of smoke as the towers fell.
My mother and I qualify.
I qualify.
Barasch and McGarry's advocacy for 9/11 victims isn't just professional, it's personal. With offices just steps from Ground Zero, they witnessed the pain of the 9/11 attacks and lobbied Congress to pass and permanently extend the Victim Compensation Fund.
I was a downtown court officer. I had prostate cancer in 2007. I qualify.
We all qualify.
And we're back. See, this is the break that I should have gone to pee, because this is why I can't headline. People think I can't headline because I don't have the material. That's not true. I can't go 45 minutes without going to the men's room. You know, so I do half-hour sets so I can pee right before and right after. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. All right, so let's bring out our first guest. We met them years ago. We do a comedy show in Jersey at their EMS, for their EMS company, volunteers. It's Tara Ann Wenner and Kevin King. They are sweethearts. Yes?
Thank you.
Can I say you guys are sweethearts?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I can say that?
Yes.
Yes? All right. So we met Kevin a number of years ago. He introduced us to Tara. And then Tara was ill. She was in Columbia Presbyterian Hospital for 4 months in the ICU. She had fluid on her heart and in her lungs. They did a bone marrow, and they discovered she had a form of lupus. And she went through a rough time. She's still not completely well, but she's much better than she was. We bought some wristbands We didn't do a lot, Kevin. We did a little, but I thought it'd be nice to have her on tonight and our audience see. It's so nice when you can have somebody on and go, hey, I'm feeling better. I'm getting there. So we wanted to have you on to say we're glad you're doing much better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in full remission.
Say that again. Say it louder.
I'm in full remission.
Oh, yes. All right.
And has Kevin been a wonderful sweetheart through this whole thing?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been good.
He's been all right.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy, that Kevin. So give us a little background. How did you get involved with the ambulance or the fire department? I know you were an auxiliary or something like that. Tell our audience how you got involved.
It was all because of Kevin. He got me involved in it because he was in it. I wanted to join it. I like to get back to my community. And I thought it'd be fun.
Well, you know what? There's just from doing the comedy show for a few years down there, it's nice. The people are nice. They're volunteering. It's a nice atmosphere to hang out with people who are giving back. You know what I mean? They're not making a lot of money doing this. They're making no money doing this. They're volunteering. It's the love of helping people. So you're doing good work, both of you guys. But I know Kevin does this full time for a living, and then on the side he volunteers, which is pretty cool.
Thank
right,
you.
Kev?
Yes, he does.
See, good. Let him.
Oh, they're ventriloquists also.
Yes. So Tara, tell us how you feeling now, and what's your next step?
I feel good, but I have a little problem with my eye.
Okay.
My right eye has a cornea ulcer in it.
Ouch! I never heard of that.
But it's being treated.
All right. Good. And Kevin, anything going on at the ambulance you want to say hello to anybody over there, or fill us in on anything you got coming up?
Well, today is our captain's birthday, so happy birthday, Captain Lisa Costello.
How old? How old is he?
She.
How old? Come on, Kevin. She's not watching. No, that's okay. Tara will tell you gave her age on the air. So, happy birthday, Cap.
So, everything's good. We're just answering calls and just
every night.
Time, man.
Every night, you guys are there for your community. Thanks for doing what you do.
Our pleasure.
And Tara, I'm so glad you're feeling better.
I am.
Good. All right, so I'm going to let you go back and rest. Kevin, go back and do what you're doing. What were you doing there? You're working tonight?
No. I go back tomorrow morning, so I'm just relaxing at home and just watching a little TV while I'm on here with you. But I have the sound muted, so because you're more important than the TV.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for taking the time to come on. Tara, we're so glad you're feeling better.
I am. Thank you.
Thank you,
all right, we'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
Okay.
We hope tomorrow you both have nothing to do. That means that there'll be no problems.
So yes. I understand.
That's what that was.
So that was Tara and Kevin. So we're gonna move forward here. You know what, Bobby? Can we play take another break, and we'll bring out Bob to sit with us and help us with the next interview.
9/11 didn't end on 9/11.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Rossi.
And I'm Arthur Lee, the creator of LifeVac.
We're here today to announce that to date, LifeVac has saved hundreds of lives of people who almost died due to choking.
People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those lives is a child. That's why I created LifeVac.
And as a new mom, and from housewife to housewife, I felt compelled to share with you the discovery of this life-saving device.
LifeVac is a simple-to-use airway clearance device. Just place, push, and pull to save a life.
And it costs less than it would take to fill up your car with a tank of gas. Imagine being able to save a life for less than $70.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
That's LIFEVAC.net. vac.net.
Please don't allow one of your loved ones to become the victim of choking accident.
What's the matter?
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Nobody went to pee. We're back. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. We brought out our final guest, who's gonna close with some comedy. Bob Baker.
You're going to do comedy? Well,
Bob Baker. And who did you bring with you, Bob?
This is Mrs. Lucille Goldman.
Lucille Goldman.
Hello, handsome.
Thank you. They're going to hang out.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, they're going to hang out with us, and they may have some questions as we do the interview for our next guest. Now, this gentleman is retiring today, 33 years with the Hackensack Fire Department.
Oh, my God.
Deputy Chief John Gargagliano. Let's bring him in. Bring the chief in. Mr. John, how are you, buddy?
Hey, how are you?
Good. If it's okay with you, I like to give you the respect you deserve. You earned it. I'm going to call you chief. When we get off the air, I'll call you the names I normally call you, but on the air, you are the chief, my friend.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Not necessary, but I appreciate it.
You have earned it. You have earned it. They always called me by my rank, Stunad, so I am calling you by your rank, Chief. So 33 years of service. You are the first guest, because I tried to do this before. Your retirement date is today.
That is 100% correct.
Wow, congratulations.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
A lifetime of service.
Well, first let's start, because you had said to me when I pre-interviewed you, if you want to ask me why they call me John Oops, we can get that in. I think that's important right up front. You're a firefighter, you carry tools. So where did this oops come from?
Well, it actually predates me becoming a firefighter in Hackensack. I was a carpenter. I was an apprentice. I was only 17 years old. I was working for a company. We're doing an add level to the home. And while the contractor is sitting in the dining room table, reviewing the plans, myself and the other employees are removing the roof, and we're bringing the material up. And it's one of those manly things, we're bringing 2x4s up a power ladder, and, they bring up 4, next guy brings up 5, and then it's 6, and who can bring up the most? And I think I got up to like 10 or 12, and I lost my balance, and I fell through the ceiling right over the family and my boss over the dining room table between my legs, and they look up and I look down and I said, oops. And the nickname's been stuck ever since.
That is hysterical. Now, I just want you to know that Dr. Bob Baker, they also call him Oops. So if you needed surgery by Dr. Bob, that might be a problem. Is that your middle name too? Oops.
Is it? Yes. No, his middle name is Incompetent.
No, that's not nice.
No. So 33 years, that's a long time to be on a job, any job. I did 21 years on the FD&Y, 33 years. Why 33 years on this job? Did you want to leave? Did you want to leave?
It's kind of bittersweet. I love what I do, and I woke up every morning going to work, extremely excited to go to work. And I was in a position where, even if I was on vacation, I'd be looking forward to when that vacation ended, I would be going to work, because the guys I work with are fantastic. And, my job, what I was doing was, fantastic in itself. So I was a firefighter for 18 years, and then I quickly moved to the ranks. I got promoted to lieutenant, and then a couple of years later, promoted to captain, and then ensued, I became a deputy chief, and I was deputy chief the last 4-ish years.
Wow. I remember 21 years, maybe 1 or 2 times where I looked at the writing list when I came into work to see if somebody particular was working, because, I didn't like to work with that person, but that's probably it. It's that type of job. You just enjoy going to, and people think you're crazy because you're risking your life. You don't look at it that way most times. You look at it like you're with a bunch of guys, right? You're having some laughs, you're having some fun. And it's almost like, tell me right around, like a sporting event, you're a team. When you go out that door, everything stops, right?
So, when we were teaching hazmat back in the day, John, when I introduced myself, I always talked about the fire service being a family. We're a very large family, and we're not a club. And if you're here to be part of a club, I don't want you. I don't want you in my classroom. But if you're here to be part of a family, I welcomed it. I embraced it, and then you're going to get a lot out of this class. So I always looked at it as we're a large family.
Yeah, you're right, because you can go anywhere in the country and walk into a firehouse. We call them firehouses in New York City, fire stations, and most times guys are going to welcome you. They're going to welcome you. Hey, you're a brother, you're a sister. It's pretty cool. You have any questions yet? What is your first name again? I'm a typical guy.
Yeah, you would know. It's Mrs. Lucille Goldman. Leslie can call me. What's the matter? Can't you get the darn words out? No, we're doing the best we can. And yeah, keep trying. Leslie, you can call me Lucille, and you can call me at any time you want.
Hello, Lucille. 33 years as a firefighter. Have you ever dated a firefighter?
I've always wanted to. You know why?
Why?
I've heard they have big hoses.
Hold on a second, young lady.
Oh, my goodness.
So, Les, you have any questions, Joe? Do you want me to continue with this?
Yes. How big is your hose?
No.
No. Let him answer. Let him answer.
I do have a serious question. 33 years, so you really went from starting out as a soldier, if you will, and then you moved up into being a commander or in management. Was that difficult at all to go up the ranks and kind of change the chemistry between you and the guys? Or
well, as far as the interaction with the cadre, it was sort of difficult in the beginning because I like to perceive myself as the firefighter's chief, if that makes any sense. So not that I'm one of the guys, because we do have a chain of command, and unfortunately I need to make decisions that some guys dislike, but that's part of the business. Right. But yes, moving through the ranks, when I was a firefighter into a lieutenant, that was very easily because we're still that large family. From captain, more decisions needed to be made, and then obviously in deputy chief, my overall responsibility of a tour commander is no longer. As a fireman, I'm by myself. I worry about myself and my brothers and sisters. As a lieutenant, I was assigned a company. I worried about those who were working with me. It's usually 2 or 3 other guys for staffing. But as a chief, I have to worry about my crew. Now, Hackensack is a small department. We're a 100-man department with 4 stations, and each station carries 3 or 4 guys. So our minimum manning or riding assignment of guys is roughly around 23. I have to worry about 23 guys. So all the decisions I'm making really is privy on, I have 23 guys, 23 souls that I got to worry about. And some of the decisions, aren't easy to make, and some of them, some people don't like. But what? At the end of the day, we all went home. Whatever incident we have, nobody got hurt, nobody got injured or sick, because that can happen as well. And that's important to me. I truly went to work every day as a fireman, all the way to the chief, that, what can I do today and make this place better? And I left every day good.
Chief, the one thing that I like about the way you moved up is you did 18 years as a firefighter. You didn't do 5 years and then you're going to go lead these men you didn't have the experience to do it. You were in the trenches for 18 years. So I always thought, like on the FDNY, I think the promotion test is, I'm just throwing out a number, but it's 10% experience and 90% the grade on the test. I'm probably off there, but it's not 50-50. It really should be 50% experience and 50% grade.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to have 10 years on before you get whatever, because not that you knew everything, but after 18 years, you saw a lot.
Yes, 100%, especially a small department such as my Hackensack. We're a busy department. We run about 7,400 runs a year. We're not EMS based, we do first responder. So a good percentage of that is first responder calls, doing medical runs. But we do get our fires, we do get our car accidents, we do get our special operation incidents, such as collapsed buildings, trench rescues, confined spaces. That's all incorporated in our job. But getting that experience is super important, and I was a believer in that. Did I take tests prior to that? Absolutely, but I use that as a learning tool
Right.
So for me to get promoted, I got to study. I got to study the books that are presented to me. I got to get my nose in them. I got to read them, and then I got to take the test. And I always encourage the younger firefighters, don't be ashamed to take that test because you got to hit the books.
Right.
In New Jersey civil service, we're allowed after the first 3 years, then you can start taking a test. Could I have done fantastic at them? Possibility, and got promoted early. But I was very happy with what I was doing. I was a firefighter as a back step, and then I moved up to a chauffeur. I was driving
in the back of the truck. They used to ride on the back of the truck years ago. Remember, you see the old movies?
Sure, right.
You can't do that anymore. Too dangerous. They don't let you do that anymore. They take a lot of fun out of it. Lucille, before we get into some more serious questions.
Well, I want to express my appreciation to the captain.
How?
You know, Captain, I'm made out of wood. And you've probably saved a lot of my cousins who are chairs and tables, also made out of wood. So I'm terribly, terribly grateful. But you still haven't answered the question about the host. No, the police.
Take it easy, Lucille. Take it easy. So we all are inspired on the job. You know, we all had that person who inspired us. You know, you knew my buddy Tommy Gardner. I guess after you lose somebody, you realize how much they meant to you and how much more, you know, they were an inspiration. But he could do no wrong in my eyes. He was a great firefighter. He was a great hazmat guy. He was handsome. He was a great hockey player. He was smart.
I just interrupt. His parents were patients in my practice.
Oh, really?
The Gardners, lovely people.
Yes.
Lovely people.
Yes.
It's heartbreaking for everyone in our practice.
Yeah.
On 9/11 when we heard that he was running up when other people were running down.
Absolutely. And and this is where John and I kind of cross paths because Tommy was an instructor with the IAFF. I think before I was, and one of the reasons I may have become one is because of the guys that were lost on 9/11. They needed to replace them.
Yes.
You have a similar story.
Yeah, so my story begins with Tommy Canzanella. So Tommy Canzanella was one of the hazmat IAFF master instructors in that cadre. You were part of FDNY local instructor, and back in the late 90s is when Tommy Canzanella was the hazmat instructor. So moving forward, so Tommy Canzanella was pivotal of me getting in my career started because back in 1988, Hackensack, New Jersey experienced a very large loss in the fire service. We had 5 guys get killed, sacrificed themselves in a bowstring collapse of a Ford automobile dealership. So when I collapsed, those guys died, and that catapulted me to get the job. So when they died, I got hired.
Wow.
So I got hired in less than a year later in June. So I met Tommy Canzanella because he was assisted me to get in that job. Once I was on the job, I worked with Tommy for many years. And I started noticing him working with Richie Bloom. You remember Richie Bloom?
Yes.
So him and Richie would come to the station together and discuss hazmat training. Where are they going to travel in the country? And I approached Tommy and I said, hey, I'm interested in doing that. And he said, kid, you get some more experience in the hazmat side, get some teaching methodology in you, and I'll see what I can do. So what had happened was 9/11 happened. So when 9/11 had happened, New York City started getting all this funding. And they got so much funding, they shared the money with the tri-state area. So now I had all these training opportunities coming up. They needed more instructors. That's when Tommy introduced me to teach in the local side of, like you were doing for FDNY, I was doing the Jersey side. So on the Jersey side, I was teaching in North Hudson, Atlantic City, Camden, Jersey City, Newark. I was going the local end of that.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because that's where you start meeting guys outside of your department, and you're like, you know what? They're not much different than we are. You know, we're doing the same thing, and you go around the country. My first gig, the guys were teaching hazmat, the masters, right? So they went to Hawaii, they went to Alaska, whatever. And I get my first assignment. I'm all excited. And where am I going? Jersey City.
Yeah.
Sirs, you're right.
And I said, are they paying me? Yeah, I'm in. And to this day, I'm still friends with those guys in Jersey City.
So, so once I became a master instructor, I found myself in Key West, Palm Springs, San Francisco, Chicago.
Key West. Boston. Wait a second. When did you go to Key? No.
I went to Key West. I went to Key West with Jeff Borkowski and Joe Gorman.
I was teaching for one company, and the guy said to me, "You want to go to Italy? Have you ever been to Italy?" I go, and it's a 4-hour class. I'm going, this guy's going to fly me over, teach it. I'm going to fly home. All right, it's decent, good money. Said, I'll do it. So he goes, we'll get prices. Well, it was cheaper to stay for 4 days than 1 day. So I ended up staying in Italy. I went to Venice. I ate the lasagna there. It was delicious. I sent a video to my wife. I said, listen, I called her when I was eating. I said, don't ever make lasagna again. And I hung up the phone. But yeah, you meet good people, and you've been to some good places. So what are you going to do now, Chief?
Well, I'm a finished carpenter. I do custom work. I do corporate ceilings, fireplace mantles, raised panel work. I install do kitchen cabinets. I've been doing that since I was 15 years old.
Wow.
When I was remember the carpentry? I started at 15. I was cleaning up debris, but I paid attention. I learned the full trade of building a home, and I just took my discipline from demolition to all the way to trim work. I have an artsy side of me, so I apply that. I have a good eye, so I apply that to the finish side. So I'm going to continue to do that. I'm fortunate enough.
That would be very therapeutic too, to from nothing to make something.
Yeah,
it's like a painting, I guess.
Yeah, you're 100% right. It's sometimes I draw up my own drawings and then I just apply it. But today, with the internet, I always tell the customer, go on Pinterest, go find something you like, and I'll duplicate it, and I'll duplicate it pretty much exact.
Wow. And do you have a website where people can find you?
No, I don't, but I have an Instagram that I use, and it's called My Right Side of the Brain, and that is where I post a lot of the work I do. Just so when I go to a customer's house, I can say, I give them the Instagram look, the name, and they look at it, and just to see what the work I've done, just to prove, hey, this kid's legit.
Right. Les, you have anything else for the Chief?
Yeah. Now that you're going to be a carpenter, can you maybe build a husband for Mrs. Goldman?
Well, she does want to know how big the wood is. I know that.
Mrs. Goldman, you have any other questions for our guest?
Despite all the kidding, I just want to say how much I admire a man like Captain John. He served the people. Now he's going to be a carpenter. Why can't I find a man like that instead of you?
Well, he's not a ventriloquist.
He could learn.
I guess he could.
Listen, John, if you ever decide to learn ventriloquism, I'm available.
I'm excited about that.
Chief,
I'll sit on your lap. Stop it.
We'd love to come to Hackensack if we can and do a show for a charity that those guys support. So we'll talk more about that to see if we can make that happen.
Well, and I very much can make that happen with you. So that's a possibility.
Awesome. So we'll be in touch. Thank you so much for taking the time. Congratulations, brother.
And good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
John.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
We'll go to a break, and we'll be back with our comic.
Oh, when's he coming?
You should have been here by now.
Jack, put your phone away. We're having dinner.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? What can I get you?
You guys want appetizers?
For some reason, I just got a craving for smoked meat.
Will you order something already? The menu hasn't changed. You looked at it 3 times.
I don't know what I want yet.
I wanted chicken, but I think it's blackened, so I'll have a burger.
How'd you like that cooked?
Medium.
Do you have any specials? Specials? Boss, what are specials?
What's the matter? You don't know the specials?
Look at this smoke.
What smoke?
We gotta get these dumps clean.
Nah, they're fine.
You know what? We're just gonna take our order to go, okay?
In business since 2003, MCN Duct Cleaning is the result of many years of research and continuing education. Realizing the need to provide a safer and cleaner environment for families on Long Island, MCN services both residential and commercial properties by cleaning dryer vents, fireplaces, HVAC systems, and so much more. This not only improves air quality, but it could also reduce your energy bills by making things run more efficiently. So, if you want to make your house or business safer and cut down on your bills in the process, give our friend Matt over at MCN a call now.
Jake. Well done.
Maybe call a little bit sooner than these guys did.
And we're back. Laughter Saves Lives live. That was great having the chief on. It's the first time we were able to get somebody on the day they're retiring. It's a transition when you retire. A lot of these guys have a hard time. So I wish him luck. He's got a talent, so he should be great. He should be great. This is funny because, you know, when people send me, Dr. Bobby sent me his intro, and I just copy and paste it. So he goes, oh, I sent it to you. And I'm about to read it. It says, I must not have your correct phone number. Didn't
That's
send.
not the part
so
you're
here it
supposed
is.
to read.
Please confirm receipt. So 35 years internist and gastroenterologist.
You get points just for pronouncing it correctly.
I can't believe I did. I didn't practice. I should have. 50 years a magician. He started when he was 2. And ventriloquist, now a public speaker at medical audiences. He's a real doctor, author of 3 books, now performs at private functions, clubs, and charity events, and donates his performing fees to charity. All your fees?
All the fees.
Oh, my goodness. The only gastroenterologist to have appeared on America's Got Talent. He didn't win, so that's why he's here. Bob Baker and friends.
Thank you very much.
Thank
John.
you, Dr.
Appreciate
Bob.
it.
Thank you for being on.
My pleasure. I brought with me the character that appeared on America's Got Talent.
Who would that be?
He's the world's only talking large intestine.
No.
Yeah. His name is Sigmoid Colon.
Sigmoid Colon.
I have him right here. Here he is. This is one end of him.
All right. There's one end of the colon. There he is.
You don't need the mask. Are you sure? Yeah. You can take that off.
Be good.
I'm not vaccinated. It's okay. So, this is what it looks like where the sun does shine, huh?
He's here.
You used the wrong voice there. I know I did. You're too into Lucille. Yeah, so who are these guys? Well, that's Les Degen over there and John Larocchia.
Would you like to see my colon?
I think I already have.
All right.
So
are these guys surgeons?
No,
because I hate surgeons.
Why is that?
Well, because they're like crazy men with knives. Last week, some surgeon operated on a colon that he had mine.
Really?
Yeah, went in there, got half of them right out.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, now he's a semicolon.
The semicolon.
That was absolutely horrible.
Hey, my jokes are supposed to be crap. What's your excuse? So, hello, boys. Are you also comedians?
Yes, we try to be.
Prove it.
Yes, we try to be.
You know, you seem really grouchy.
What do you want? I'm an irritable colon.
Why should that be?
Because I don't get no respect. You people want me to do your dirty work? And do you thank me? No. You just sit there and look at your damn phone. An organ in our profession deserves respect.
Really? And what profession is that?
Waste management.
Oh.
Well, I think we respect all of our organs equally. It's a good thing to be an organ.
Yeah, what's good about it?
All right. Where I go, you go. You get to travel and see the world.
Oh, yeah. Traveling's great. Like the time you went to Mexico? That was fun. What's the national drink down there? Salmonella on the rocks? 1 glass of water? I was stealing more crap than the whole U.S. Congress. I think you have some politicians here.
I don't think so. We don't. I don't think John lets those in the studio.
You don't let them in, do you, John?
No.
No way.
Are we allowed to ask him questions yet? Or is
yes,
he still
of course. No.
Doing a shtick?
No, the ditso there. Escalade.
All right. So you and Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob is actually a real doctor. And not only do you make
Get out of town, you are?
You didn't know that? Not only do you make people laugh, but I'm sure there are some words of wisdom that you guys can give to our audience.
Well, let me say that the most important thing I can recommend to people is the importance of colon cancer prevention.
Go ahead. I hate that damn C word.
I understand. Although the incidence of colon cancer is going down in this country, the incidence among young people is going up.
Really?
And it used to be that the recommendation for starting screening for colon cancer with colonoscopy or other means was 50 years old. It has been reduced to 45 years old. And if you have a relative, a parent or a sibling who's had colon cancer, probably start around age 40. So there are lots of different ways to screen for colon cancer. The one that I like the most, and I hate the most, is colonoscopy. Why do you hate it so much?
It's that crap you have to drink ahead of time. You drink it, I get rid of it. It is not fun. Yeah, okay. But it's important to do that because the colon needs to be clean. There's also a test that you can do at home. They advertise on TV called Cologuard, where you have you have the pleasure of sampling your own stool and mailing it to someone.
Now, is that only for people who don't have a history in the family?
The Cologuard?
Yeah.
Well, it's recommended for general screening because it's a heck of a lot less expensive than colonoscopy.
Right.
But colonoscopy is the gold standard.
Okay.
And the miss rate of serious things is much lower in colonoscopy than it is with Cologuard. But if for some reason you can't have a colonoscopy, you have medical conditions that won't allow it, or you just don't want it, at least do the Cologuard.
Do the colon.
Much easier for me.
I have colon cancer in my family. My mom had it for years, ultimately passed away from another surgery that she had to have because of the colon cancer. But I probably had 4 colonoscopies, maybe 5. And like you said, yeah, you got to drink the crap. But let me tell you something. After that, it's a piece of cake. And the best meal you will ever have is after a colonoscopy.
That's true. And also the best sleep you'll ever have is from the drugs they give you.
Yeah, it's all like that.
Yeah, they
use
they use propofol. Propofol, the drug that Michael Jackson made famous.
Right.
But it's important to remember there's a big difference between getting it from an anesthesiologist under closely monitored circumstances versus from a quack cardiologist in your bedroom like Michael Jackson. So it's a very safe drug. It's a very nice experience when you get it. He takes it all the time. I do not, but I've had it for my colonoscopies. Do you do it on yourself? No.
That would be difficult.
Not for him. Thank you.
Do I have time to ask him a quick question?
Of course you do.
Yeah, Sigmoid, I've had, seriously, I've had a few bouts with diverticulitis, and I always read that, I should stay away from the sesame seeds, and I love tomatoes and eggplant, but I avoid it like the plague. Do I really need to?
I got good news for you, Les. That's a Baba Misa.
Really?
That means a grandmother's story in Yiddish. You probably don't know that, Larocchia.
I did not know that.
But we do. But anyway, that's really true. That's an old myth that you can't have nuts or seeds or popcorn. What causes diverticulitis is not when a nut or seed gets caught in there, but rather a little bit of hard stool that sets up an infection in these little pockets called diverticula.
Right.
So after however many years you've been avoiding that stuff, enjoy it less because it's not necessary.
Honey, if you're watching, the eggplant is back.
Oh, you know what? And I'm going to make eggplant this week, by the way.
I'll be right over.
Bake, to make it healthier, bake the eggplant. Don't fry it. Don't fry it, bake it. So,
well, if I can just add, you can also coat it in egg and flour and breadcrumbs.
Right.
Then you make it as part of your eggplant parmigiana.
Right.
You don't have to fry it, and it's delicious.
Well, that's what I meant.
It doesn't give you diverticulitis either.
All right. So let me ask you this: what are some of the signs that you may get that you may say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to go see Dr. Bob to see what the story is," because diarrhea. I've had diarrhea sometimes, and I've taken what is the medication?
Imodium.
Imodium. I feel a little better.
I read his mind. Yeah.
How long? I mean, I don't mean it to be a messy topic, but how long would I have to have diarrhea before I go, you know what? I better go see Dr. Bob or a doctor.
Okay. Well, first of all, you're not going to see me because I'm retired. You did the medical profession a big favor when you did that.
I kind of feel close to you, Dr. Bob. But go ahead.
That's very nice. I appreciate it, John. We go back a long way together. But the things to watch out for most commonly include a change in bowel habits from your normal patterns. So if, for instance, you tend to have loose stools from time to time, and that starts to become more frequent or less frequent, there's a change, that's a reason to get evaluated. Should you see any blood on the toilet tissue or in the bowl, then certainly you're going to go. Abdominal pain that you can't explain. But the thing about the symptoms of colon cancer is oftentimes by the time you get them, it's pretty far gone. So you want to have screening so that you can catch it at a stage when it's a benign polyp, have that removed, and thereby avoid ever getting colon cancer.
So you're saying first colonoscopy, no family history, 45 or 50?
45.
45. Family history,
family
40.
History. Well, family history, the ruling is that if you get it 10 years before the age of that person. So if your father got it at 46, you get yours at 36.
36. Good.
Right.
I never heard that. So now and then once you start the process where you go for the first time, now your doctor's going to guide you as to when to come back.
Yeah, there's some controversy about that. Some authorities recommend every 10 years.
I was always uncomfortable with that because we know that if a new polyp starts to form the day after your colonoscopy, the earliest that it can be colon cancer is 10 years, but you want to catch it before that.
Sure.
So many of us recommend every 5 years.
Okay.
And especially if someone like you has a family history of colon cancer, every 5 years is reasonable.
Very good. Good stuff. Some
Not
good
very funny,
information.
but interesting.
Well, you know what? We can't all be funny. Look at Les.
I'd rather not.
But Les is very funny. So what else? Give us another little nugget, or you want to just do another little stuff?
Well, why don't you bring out Lucille?
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah. Lucille was here before.
It's very nice to see you.
Sigmoid, stay healthy, stay well.
Thanks for bringing up the rear.
Zeigesind.
So now we're going to bring out Lucille. Lucille was here earlier and asked some wonderful questions to our chief.
But I have a question for you, Johnny.
Uh-oh.
Because I like you, because you're a fireman. So first of all,
I was.
Once a fireman, always a fireman.
Do you want me responding to your house in this condition? Do you want me to climb the ladder and try to save you looking like this?
You're so damn good looking. You can come in any old time you want.
Oh, Lucille.
But I got a question for you, Johnny. How old are you?
Johnny is 63, and he looks great, right?
Perfect. You do look. Yes, you look wonderful. 63, very, very sexy.
Thank you.
Because you know something, John? You look a little bit like my third husband.
Yeah.
Your third husband?
Yeah.
How many times were you married?
Twice.
Wait, hold on. I think you're married. Well, he's got a wedding ring.
So?
I don't think that his wife would want you stealing her man.
Oh, I don't want to steal or marry Johnny. Good. I just want to jump his bones.
Wait. Hold on. How old are you?
I'm 86 and proud of it.
You're 86 and you're how old?
63.
63. Don't you realize that having sex with a man that young could be fatal?
Well, if he dies, he dies. Say, Johnny, if you made love to me, you know what you die from?
What?
Low blood pressure.
What?
86 over 63.
Lucille, how long have you been on stage? Have you been doing this on stage?
How long have I been doing what on stage, John?
Well, how long? Let me
Trying
ask.
to pick up firemen? I do it all the time.
Well, how long has your partner here, Bob, been doing ventriloquism? Because he's a doctor. When did he start?
You're a doctor?
You got either one.
You never told me that. Get your hands off me. No, come back here.
When did you decide you're a doctor? We went to medical school. Was this before or after that you started to entertain?
Well, I was a magician and ventriloquist for 50 years and a doctor for 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a magician and ventriloquist long before I got interested in medicine. And Lucille and I have been together since 2008.
Wow.
Feels like a century to me.
Okay. And she's one of my main characters. I have several. One of them has been with me since I was 17 years old. He didn't come tonight
because he's not as funny as I am.
Or as interruptive.
That's what you think.
Would you? I'm sorry.
Well, you know, I'm sure you guys. Where are some of the places you entertain? Do you entertain for some patients in hospitals, stuff like that? You do that stuff?
No, they don't let him into hospitals anymore.
No, we do a lot of charity fundraisers, private parties, comedy clubs.
In fact, John, we worked for you a long time ago, and you haven't called us since.
Geez, you put me on the spot, Lucille.
Damn right I am. When are we going to be on one of your shows?
It may be Sigmoid. It may be Sigmoid.
Huh. Can you believe it? Upstage by a colon, by an intestine. My God. How the mighty have fallen.
Anyway, we like to perform for, I often say I do the shows that the full-time professionals don't want to do because they're too small or they don't pay enough.
Well, what's nice, you donate a lot of the money back to charity.
All of it. Every penny of our fees. I donate to various charities.
Wow.
With Sigmoid Colon, we have a charity called Talking Colon Limited, which supports colon cancer research.
Nice.
And generally what we do is we donate the money from the fee in honor of the person who hired us or the group that hired us.
We got about 40 seconds. Is there anywhere you're performing where people can see you over the next few weeks?
We've just been doing it, Johnny. Don't you know that?
No. No, actually, there's nothing coming up at the moment, but I do have a website, drbobbaker.com is for speaking, and bobbakercomedy.com is for performing. And I'd be very happy to perform for the members of your audience.
Especially if they're firemen.
Yeah, check him out. He does good work, and donating the money back is really nice.
Do you know that Leslie and I go back a very long way, too?
Yes, Leslie's 83.
Yes, we've performed a number of times, and he was talking about how he takes a shower. I once took a shower with him.
No.
Yeah, he got clean and I got warped.
All right, where are you going to be this weekend? You're going to be with me.
This weekend, I'm going to be at
Kitty McGullen's Friday.
Kitty Mulligan's.
Where is that?
It's in Bayshore.
Bayshore.
And then Domenico's in Levittown on Saturday night.
Private
Go
party.
to Laughter Saves Live. It's a private party.
LaughterSavesLives.org.
Crash the party. No.
Thank you, Chief John. Thank you, Tara and Kevin. Thank you to Lucille, Bob, Sigmoid.
Our pleasure.
We're out of here. We'll see you next week. Butch, feel better.
Take care of you, buddy.
Good night. We're going to the diner.
Leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer? They circle the lips, play ball. Play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall. Play ball. Play ball.